You're listening to the Life Edit Project podcast, where recovering perfectionists get real world tips that help them feel better, do better, and have better relationships. I'm your favorite life coach and podcast host, Coach Elizabeth Burrows. Today, we're going to unpack the perfectionist thought trap that makes you believe you can't afford to take a break from your perfectionist ways. Let's talk about it. Ready? Let's go. Good day, good people. Welcome to episode 109 of the Life Edit Project podcast. I am excited to dive into this topic, even though technically I was not excited to actually make this podcast this week. Not because I don't love the podcast. Y'all know I love making the show, but I didn't actually feel like recording. I was feeling kind of blah this week, kind of uninspired. And if I'm being totally honest, I just have to admit that I've been really tired lately. I've been feeling a bit stretched. And I didn't really know what to do with that. I have some commitments that have taken up more time on my calendar than I expected them to. And some of those commitments have kind of converged onto my calendar in an unexpected way that has just felt like a lot. And that has left me feeling like I don't quite have enough bandwidth for some of the things that matter to me. And I do not like feeling that way. I'm also in a bit of a personal growth season. And sometimes growth takes the form of stretching, pushing beyond your comfort zone. And it's all good. It really is. Good things are happening, but it is not comfortable and it does not feel good right now. And so, on top of not having as much time as I feel like I need, and on top of feeling stretched as I go through this growth journey, I also haven't been getting enough good quality sleep. And that's partly because I've been going to bed later than usual because I'm trying to make up for some of that lost time. But also, my sleep has been interrupted quite a bit for a variety of reasons. And so, all together, all of those things just kind of has my brain feeling less creative, a bit foggy. And so I wasn't really feeling it for this episode this week. I wasn't feeling excited as I started to prep. And I was, like I said before, uninspired. And I was racking my brain trying to figure out what it was that I had to say this week that was actually going to be worthwhile. But then I started thinking about a few conversations that I've had over the last 2 weeks or so with a couple of really amazing and very impressive high achieving Black women. And because I myself am a high achieving Black woman, and because most of the clients that I have coached have also happened to be high achieving Black women, I did some reflection and I noticed a pattern. And I decided to bring it to you all this week. Here is what I realized. There are a lot of high achieving Black women out there who don't really identify as perfectionists, even though they can see their perfectionist streak. They recognize it in themselves and they don't like it. They might even say that they wish things could be different, but they don't really believe that things can be any other way. They see their brand of perfectionism as a mandatory condition of their success, not as a mindset that they can opt out of. They don't see perfectionism as something that they're doing, but rather as something that they have to be. And I'm going to change the language here. I'm not going to say they, I'm going to say we, because I have absolutely fallen into this perfectionist trap before. With the way that our lives are set up, we think that if we lower the bar for ourselves to stop doing the most for everything, we think everything is just going to fall apart. We believe that if we're not over prepared for every meeting, if we're not hitting every single deadline early, if we're not available to everyone that wants a piece of us, then all of our opportunities and our accomplishments will just poof, disappear. But sis, I am here to tell you today that this is just a perfectionist thought trap. Believing that you need to be perfect is actually holding you back from being great. So I want to break this down. Here is what's really happening. You've trained the people around you to expect perfect from you. You've been overperforming for years, maybe even decades, and now the people around you think that perfection is your baseline. So when you show up as anything less than perfect, less available, less chipper, less accommodating, less than the standard setter, less than 100% energized and organized, they think that something has gone wrong. They think that imperfection from you, Miss Perfect, is a bad thing. And so that's how they react when they see it. When perfect is the only thing that you show the people around you, they come to expect it. And they don't see it as exceptional or overperforming. They just think that that's all you have to offer, perfection. But here's where the trap comes in. You think that because they expect perfect of you, it's now required of you. And you respond by trying to live up to the perfectionist idea of you that they have in their heads. And it becomes a vicious cycle. Of course, what they don't know is that perfect isn't your baseline. They don't know that while you're over there making it look easy and making it look like light work, you're really overworked and overwhelmed and anxious as all get out. So let me say this plainly because I want you to get this. Perfection is never required of you. You can be an imperfect baddie, right? That is possible. But to do that, you have to be willing to drop the facade of perfection and let them see you as a whole and real human being. And you know what human beings are? They are imperfect. So let them see your talent and innovation, but also let them see you ask for help and make mistakes. Let them see you smash your goals, but also let them see you persevere through your failures. Let them see you plan out everything meticulously and strategically, but also let them see you wing it sometimes and build the plane as you fly it. Let them see you as hardworking at the office and managing your team like a pro, but you can also let them see you take that PTO and turn on that out of office message. Let them see you be generous and compassionate towards others, but also let them see you set boundaries and opt out of the things that you don't care about and opt out of the things that are actually other people's responsibility. The real you is amazing and capable and resourceful and ambitious and impressive and formidable. So just keep it all the way real with yourself and with the people around you. When they see how awesome you are, even with your imperfections, you'll start to see that you can opt out of perfectionism without opting out of success. And I know, like, this is easier said than done, right? So if this sounds good, but this feels unrealistic to you, I am here to help. I have coached well over 100 people individually, and most of those clients that I've worked with have been ambitious and amazing Black women that have perfectionist tendencies. And I have helped them all find paths forward that don't require perfection. And I want to help you find your path too. So use the link that's in the show notes to book a call with me and sign up for one-on-one coaching, and let's get to work. You have nothing to lose and literally everything to gain. All right, y'all. That's all I got for you today. I will be back in your ears next week with another juicy episode. In the meantime, I want you to just marinate on this. If you have any questions or if there's a specific topic that you want me to tackle, let me know. There's another link in the show notes where you can ask me anything. So drop me a line and let me know what's on your mind, and I will respond to you in a future episode. Okay? So be sure to check that out. In the meantime, go make it real instead of trying to make it perfect. Peace.